You can feel the energy inside this building and also across the street. The NFL Draft has finally arrived.
With the first pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select.
And so it is. The assumed is really happening.
Welcome back. This is the People's GM, where we take over your favorite professional franchise, MLB, NFL, NBA, MLS, whatever else, as the general manager. I am the People's GM. Today, with our run-up to the NFL Draft this Thursday, we're doing all 32 teams mock draft on Pro Football Focus, PFS, Mock Draft Simulator, which, again, if you haven't checked out, do yourself a favor, Google it, go check it out, because it's awesome. See the settings we have here? We do this for all the teams. We're finishing up right now. Last team in the NFC East, the Washington football team, which again, hopefully will have a real name at some point when Dan Snyder can get around to doing that. But without further ado, that means I have taken over. Good old Mayhew is out. I am in. So let's take a look at the old depth chart here. Big signing, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Alex Smith, which I do want to say, Alex Smith, great guy. Worked super hard to come back from that horrific leg injury. Played great. Has officially retired. So that is kudos to him for making it happen and kind of doing it. Ryan Fitzpatrick, the ever-moving, always temporary solution. It just seemed like a matter of time until he ended up here in Washington. So there it is. But with that being said, let's take a look. So you got Ryan Fitzpatrick. You don't really, you look at these quarterbacks, there's not really a vision for a long-term starter there. So quarterback's a position we're going to have to try to address. Antonio Gibson, J.D. McKissick, Peyton Barber, and Lamar Miller being a fourth string, which is depressing. Again, good production last year. We need to look at the offensive line. We've got Scary Terry, which is great. He's been a fine man. Curtis Samuel is going to be an interesting addition. Adam Humphries, I don't know. Logan Thomas again. We got holes to fill. We got starters we got to find. Defensive line is a bright spot. It's exciting. Chase Young's going to come back, be healthy. Montez Sweat, same thing. John Bostic's okay. Kendall Fuller, again, we there's some talent there for sure. Don't have a lot of draft capital, so we're going to have to see if we can't get some more draft capital and find some starters. So this is it. Washington football team, let's go. We're going to enter the draft right now. Our first pick, pick number 19, you can see. Don't have a ton of draft capital, but we'll see what happens. So let's see who's on the clock here at 19. All right, we've got a few options here. Okay, all right. This is solid. We've got two trade offers as well. So again, PFS listing as quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, tackle, linebacker as needs. That's probably an understatement. Probably throw a few more positions on there. With that being said, though, let's take a look at the trades and see who's offering what. So the Cowboys want us to drop down to 44. No, that just doesn't make sense. Even if we got a big haul in return, that's too far. We need too many starters. Let's look at quarterbacks, who's available. Kyle Trask, probably a little bit too early for that. We got too many holes. Let's go back to the big board here and kind of see what we've got. So we've got Christian Barmore, really dynamic defensive lineman out of Alabama. This makes a lot of sense. He sure is NFL ready. D-line, kind of a rich position for us, but we could get a little bit richer, which would be great. Owusu out of Notre Dame, again, ranked probably the number 2, number 3 linebacker. There it is. First head, let's think of explosive. I mean, guys got skills. Bateman, again, another good wide receiver, would make a great running mate for Scary Terry. And then, obviously, cornerback, which they don't have listed, but we know is a need. Greg Newsom, second out of Northwestern, which, again, would be fun to see. So really a lot of talent available at 19. That being said, the pick is in. we're taking Rashad Bateman, wide receiver, out of Minnesota. Fits a need, you know. It's one of those things where Scary Terry's great, Curtis Samuel's good, but, you know, we've just got to continue to build depth there. And, again, got a lot of holes we got to fill. Now, again, great options here. We got Carlos Basham, great edge rusher. Again, do we want to, you know, rich position get a little bit richer? Zayden Collins is a great linebacker out of Tulsa. Let's see if we can't squeeze a little draft capital out of here. So the Steelers want 51. They're at 55. So let's see if we can't get 55, 87, and a fourth rounder next year for 51. That's a pretty big haul. Let's see if they take it. They didn't. Shocker. Let's try a fifth rounder. No. Okay, let's try if we can at least get 55, 87, 254. That might be the last pick of the draft. All right. We're still, we've got to get at least a 2 for 1 here. I mean, that just doesn't make sense. So, no, we're just not going to make that trade. Let's see who else, though. Let's see. The Rams, they gave us 57.88 for 51. I think that'd be solid. They did not accept it, so it just gets straight out. So, never mind. We're going back to drafting. Now, again, we've got all of these stinking needs, man. I mean, tackle is huge. Jackson Carman being available. We've got 23 picks between here and there. Let's look at what tackles we have available. What am I doing here? Sorry about that. Offensive tackle. I mean, all these guys right here, kind of this whole section. So there's 6 tackles that we really like. With that being said, though, Zayden Collins is just a dynamic dude. Rare physical skill set. Scheme will be important. I mean, here's the deal. The dude's 6'4", 260, flies around like a maniac. He's going to be just a great addition to that front seven. With that being said, no shock here. The pick is in. It's Zayden Collins. Let's go. Linebacker out of Tulsa. So we're back on the clock here at 74. Then we've got pick number 82. We've got to try to squeeze out a couple starters. Let's see, though. Let's see about a trade. Dropping down to 98, though, is just too far. We've really got to look at what we have here. So I would tell you right now, halfback's the sexy pick. That's Dan Snyder walking in the room. Let's take Javonte Williams. But here's the point. Doesn't matter what we do if we don't have the players up front to help with that. That being said, the pick is in. His name is Brady Christensen. Go ahead and take a look at him. Broke a PFF. I don't know what that was. What did that just say? Well, again, here's the thing. Likely a guard, but I mean, here's the deal. He's 6'6", he's 300, he's a junior, he's going to get bigger, he's going to get stronger. PFF overall grade by a tackle 96. I mean, he's 24. Oh, that's right, because he's BYU. Anyway, so here's the point, though. He's a guy that's going to come into play for us right away. So, pick is in. Brady Christensen, tackle out of BYU. Let's go. All right, so we're back on the clock. Pick number 82. We've addressed that tackle position. We've addressed wide receiver. We've addressed linebacker. So really, what we're saying is here, quarterback and tight end are still critically important. But let's take a look at that tight end position. Now, we've got a couple interesting prospects here. I really like Tom Tremble. He's really a blocker, though. So here's the thing. So Hunter Long is a little bit more of a he's a little more well-rounded, not as good of a blocker, but a better receiver. But then also, let's see what we have available at quarterback. Wow, a lot of quarterbacks available here at 82, which is round 3, pick 19. So I think, you know what, it just, and also, man, we've got some really talented defense linemen, which, again, we love to make kind of the rich position richer. But that being said, the pick is in. Not a surprise. We're going tight end. We're going Hunter Long, tight end out of Boston College. We're going to be better up front. He's going to catch some passes. He's going to get some blocks. We're going to help in the run game. It just makes sense. Again, we need starters. So we're back on the clock, pick 124. Tommy Tremble's still there, so that might have been a mistake. Let's look at our quarterback situation now. This is great. So here's the deal. Jamie Newman was kind of high on our board. We still like him. These two are really more project-y guys. These guys are probably a little bit more value later. That being said, do we take the quarterback here, or do we go back to the big board? Do we do like the Ravens do, which is hey, who's the best player available on our board? Now, these two guys, if you've been following my videos here, you'll know I love these two guys. These guys are NFL-level players. They're going to come in, they're going to start, they're going to stink and help your team right away. So, with that being said, you've got Monty Rice, linebacker out of Georgia as a prospect. You've got Justin Hilliard, linebacker out of Ohio State as a prospect. We're going to reunite. The pick is in. Let's reunite Justin Hilliard with Chase Young on that defense, linebacker out of Ohio State. Let's go. Now, we're coming up on pick 163, so I'm trying to watch this thing go through, but we are going to need to get a quarterback. I've already seen at least one go off the board. Let's see who's available here at quarterback. We've got 3 trade offers. Doesn't make sense. Guy out of Georgia's gone. We still got our 2 here. Let's take a look at the trades and see if we can't squeeze out a team bit of value. So they want 163. We're going to give them 163. They're going to give us 165 and 206. Let's see what they say. Boom. So this is good value. I don't know, again, if you've seen the channel, you know the PFF grades, all of our things, including the trades, each draft pick, and an overall grade. But I like this. This is solid. This gets us, fills that gap. We dropped 2, but then it fills in a nice little gap there and see if we can't sneak in an extra starter. Now, again, we're going to go right back to those quarterbacks, and here it is. You've got a couple of different options. You've got a big arm kid. You got kind of the system quarterback kid. You've got pretty well-rounded. Unafraid to attack. Love this, right? That's the thing, right? So he's going to take some time. So the thing is, can we keep him off the field? Can Ryan Fitzpatrick really play for a whole year and keep him out? Do we go Ian Book, who really, when you look at this kid's stats, man, it just is impressive what he's managed to do. Oh, sorry, not loading. But again, graded pretty well. And it's just, but it's one of those things. With that being said, the pick is in. We're going Sam Ehlinger out of Texas, quarterback, a little more upside potential. But again, we've got 3 more picks. We've got to try to see if we can't squeeze out a couple more starters here, because that would be huge. So, let's take a gander, see what we can do here. We've got edge rushers out of Pittsburgh, Patrick Jones. We've got Anthony Schwartz, wide receiver out of Auburn. Jamar Jefferson, a halfback. So there's a lot of good. These are a lot of good things. But what we're going to do here is we're going to look at this offensive tackle and see what we've got here. Now, what do we like here? We've got Robert Jones, a little more of a project kid, probably a little bit more upside. Cole Van Lent, again, big kid. 6'5", 312. He's going to get a little bigger. They only played 5 games, rated well. 2018 was kind of a great year, right? Again, it's one of those things. He's not super imposing. Maybe, he's probably a guard. But again, it's one of those things. So does he help, or do we go with more of a Robert Jones, right? He's very raw, long way to go. But again, the kid is big, 6'5", 330. So do we go a little more polished? With that being said, the pick is in. We're going Robert Jones, tackle out of Middle Tennessee. So let's scoop him up. 2 picks to go here. Let's see what sort of value we can squeeze in. Again, this is where championship caliber general managers are made. This is where we show our merit. This is where we show what we're about and how we separate the wheat from the chaff. Okay? Wheat from the chaff? Is it wheat from the chaff? Wheat from the chaff? That both of those sound wrong, so I don't know. So yeah, let's take a look. You know what we're going to do here? We're going to go let's go back to the tight end hole, right? Because again, let's go to our depth chart here. We've got Logan Thomas and these clowns. So is this worth one, right? Is Crowell tight end out of TCU, is he worth a flyer here in the 7th round? Can he play special teams for us? Can he help us? Or do we go back to that interior offensive line, defensive line? William Bradley King is a good, again, kind of one of those things, right? Lack of twitch, but he's big, so, we have that twitch. Is he a guy that can work into that rotation for us? It's a great question. That being said, the pick is in. We're taking William Bradley King. We're gonna get a little project guy on that defensive line. We gotta find some backups for those guys, right? We gotta continue to build that depth. And then we're right back on the clock. We're gonna go back to those tight ends. Let's take a look, kind of see what we got. Dylan Sharp, all right, true mammoth, 6'7", 272, right? So that's not great. It's like, can he get better? I remember this kid being a giant, but can he actually get better? Now, Harry Angeline, right? All right, and not strong enough to be a full-time tight end. We can fix that. He's 6'7", 250. This is a guy that's got potential. That being said, the pick is in. It's Angeline, tight end out of NC State. Now, this is going to finish up. We're going to go to the board and see how we did from a grade perspective. Boom, right off the bat. Gotta love seeing that. A's across the board. Now we're talking. So right off the bat, we get a wide receiver starter opposite the side of Scary Terry. Let's Curtis Samuel work in that slot. We can put Scary Terry and Curtis on the same side, which is great. David Collins, again, guy that's going to come and start right off the bat from Tulsa. He's a tackling machine. Bing, bong, boom. We've got 2 starters through 2 picks. Wait for it. Brady Christensen again. Well-rounded tackle from BYU. Gonna play right away, if nothing else, be in that offensive line rotation, which is going to help us keep these young quarterbacks that we really don't know what we have in upright. Gonna help us, keep Fitzpatrick alive. Hunter Long, again, well-rounded tight end. Doesn't have a huge ceiling, but again, got to be a contributor. Same thing, Justin Hilliard, going to come in, fix that, or help that front seven. Sam Ehlinger, again, quarterback out of Texas, long-term, is he our guy? We got to keep looking. Right now, it's the Fitz show, and we'll go from there. B- on the trade draft. I thought it would be maybe a B+, so it's a little bit of a downer. But you know what? Here's the thing. We used that to take Robert Jones, tackle, maybe a guard, out of Middle Tennessee, which again is going to help us continue to get better on that offensive line. We're going to get richer on the defensive line with our next pick, which they gave us a C+, which, I feel a little some sort of way about that. But that is fine. Again, he was a flyer. We went back, took another flyer, which clearly they like, and Kerry Angeline, tight end at North Carolina State. So that's an A-. Overall, for the Washington football team, A-. Show me a time that Mayhew did better than that, or Dan Snyder did better than that, because I'd be impressed. We got starters. We got better. We're a team that's going to be able to now granted, they snuck in because the NFC East is terrible. But 7-9 is probably a little deceptive. Probably played a little bit above whatever, or the division played a little bit down. These are starters. These are guys that are going to help move this franchise in the right direction. So this is pretty stinking exciting. So if you're not excited, you know what? I don't know what to tell you. You're crazy, okay? Because the People's GM strikes again. We got an A-, which makes a ton of sense. Could have been an A. Probably should have been an A. That's fine that it wasn't. We're just out here making moves. So, that wraps up the Washington football team's 2021 mock NFL draft, brought to you by the PFF 2021 NFL Draft Simulator and me, the People's GM. Make sure to tune in. Again, going to be doing the mock drafts for the all the other NFL teams. So we've already got 8 up, and the rest are coming up in the next 24 hours. So make sure to tune in. Check out your team. Check out your competitors. Sorry, I hate to break it to you. When I've got that team's hat on, I'm out here making moves, and I'm making them better. Again, I am the People's GM. Please feel free to tune in. Let me know. Hit me with some comments. Send me some stuff if you want to see. And then Thursday, starting at 8 p.m., going to be live streaming, giving that input on the actual NFL draft and seeing what these clowns do. And again, if you're an NFL team watching this, feel free to call me, Washington, Dan Snyder. If you want to call me up, I can be there Thursday. We'll go ahead and take over. I'll roll right in the war room, and we'll get it done. Thanks, guys.